Hello everybody, it's your Panda Queen, Panda Chew. Welcome to our first video. Today we're going to be playing Lightkeeper, a game by smilestrawbunny, and a submission to Spooktober's 5th annual visual novel jam, as you can see over there. If you want more videos like this, be sure to like and subscribe to this one. This is my first video. Without further ado, let's get into the game. Okay. Wake up. Please select a difficulty for this game. You can change the difficulty at any time by clicking the change button on the right side. What difficulty do you want to choose? Story mode. Story mode selected. Last thing I remember feeling was a cold clawed hand gripping a hold of my face. Seeing something move within the shadows, just barely out of my peripheral vision. It was that my vision was shrouded in darkness. Darkness is rare in the kingdom of Lumen. However, I'm not in Lumen anymore. Am I? The kingdom of light never had a heavy, humid air like the atmosphere of wherever I am. The castle never felt this cold. You arose from the bed in your cell, pondering your new predicament. Something tight was clasped around your throat. You could feel a tug you could feel it tug you back at the moment you tried to stand up. A chain? No way. Was I taken in prison? Imprisoned? The metal around your neck was firm, but your eyes trailed down to the chain it was attached to. The cracks in the wall enchanted that you were was quite old. This could be to your benefit if your suspicions were correct. As the princess, of course, you weren't trained exactly what to do should a situation like this happen. Stay put and wait to be rescued, for help will always find you. I can't just stay put. There has to be something I could do, other than to just sit here helpless. Wait. You gathered your strength to conjure a bit of light, to get a better view of your surroundings. Nothing. Huh? You felt weak, drained. The magic you had felt limited, and now a dizzy, numbing sense coursed through your mind, spreading to your fingers. Whatever you did, it seemed you would have to make do without magic for now. For now, focusing on it only made you more feeble. Perhaps wearing out the chain link first would be the best course of action. Do you want to break the chain? Yes. If the link of chain breaks, you still feel the shackles around your neck. To be completely unmovable. At the very least, you could now walk around the room you were shut inside of. The potted plant serves as one of the few decorations in the room. Admittedly, the cell was nicer compared to those found in most dungeons. It was rare to see one held captive in a room with plants, paintings, and a view of the sea. What could be useful in this situation? A pillow? Your bed woke you up. The bed you woke up from suddenly. You have no recollection of how you got here, how long you have been here. Your question will not go unanswered for long, you hope. Maybe I should look around the room for a bit more. A journal of some sort laid on the edge of the window. You look at it, you notice that it had writing about kept of the place you were locked inside of. Why is this here? Does this room belong to the keeper of the lighthouse? You scan for the notebook for anything that could prove useful to you. Attempt number 13. Magic security system. Repairs to the old magic generator have proven successful. We managed to power them using crystals collected from the depths of Lumen's scarce mines. My servants have implemented an energy secure overted successfully last night testing these crystals. I ordered them to hide them for the time being among the lighthouse. You read further, hearing details describing what the security override could do. It seems that you'd be able to strengthen security or completely disable it if you collect 3 of those crystals and hook them to the generator. Interesting. I suppose my best chances of survival would be to track down these crystals and gain access to the security system. He's so cute looking! But where could they be? Oh, she's so adorable. You jiggled the handle of the door, fully expecting it to be locked. You found yourself pleasantly surprised to hear the rusted door creaked so loudly it made the rest of the room feel deafeningly silent. It made the rest of the room feel definitely silent by comparison. However, after a few moments of quiet lingering, you feel it is safe to move on past your enclosure. Do you want to leave the room? Yes. The silence was replaced by the sound of your unsteady steps tapping against the cold ground. Now loading. Upon walking into the room, you feel a chill run down your spine. Or rather, crawling down your spine. The tingling sensation felt like something small had gotten into your clothes, exploring your skin in ways most discomforting. The tiny little legs creeped their way down your torso and toward your ankle. An unbearable itch spread across your leg. The crawling continued. The longer it went, the more you felt there were multiple insects clambering around you rather than just one. Check your life for bugs. Grabbing the hem of your nightgown, you're expecting to see a sea of beady-eyed and microscopic limbs decorating your ankle. You anxiously pull it up to take a look. Nothing. Not a single ant, spider, or centipede. Nothing was present on your leg to give a clue as to what you were feeling moments before. Shit. You approached the closed closet door with caution. There was a small note above it. Thought it was written in a draconic language that you weren't well versed in. Judging by the way it was handwritten, and was scratched on. For me, it was an important note. A warning. Your hand grips the cold knob of the closet door, taking extra care to make minimal noise when turning it. You still weren't sure what could be lurking amongst the lighthouse after all. Slowly, carefully, your eyes were overwhelmed with the sight of 20 or so different kinds of bugs, all of them swarming, crawling, and hopping in different parts of the closet. It felt empty, save for an insane amount of webs, nests, and hives decorating each corner of the enclosure. Something sparkled amongst the chaos of the closet. Underneath an array of centipedes and ants, a silver key rested on a shelf. You paused, unsure if it would be worth it to finish it away from the sea of insects before you take the key. Taking a deep breath, you maneuvered your hand into the mess of a closet before you had a feeling these bugs weren't inherently harmless. It'd be best taking caution to pry the key without angering them. Slow and gentle. Subtle movement, gentle pushes. You did everything to try and grasp the key without hurting a soul. The bug thankfully ascended danger in this movement and scurried away from your target. After successfully grabbing the key, you try to guide the lingering bug off of it. The silver on the key looked rusted as it hadn't been touched in a long time. You got a silver key! Nice! Fuck yeah! Now loading. The first thing you notice upon properly entering the room was the cold atmosphere clinging to your skin. The darkness surrounding the room wasn't intended and terrifying like you feared, but rather relaxing instead. A bright glowing a bright glow emanated from the tank. A crystal floated in the water. Particularly beckoning you closer. The crystal felt more alluring than anything else. You had seen the lighthouse so far. How am I supposed to get it out? A bit of great hot power lied before you. Its aura was intense, making you feel the weight of it before you picked it up. The cold metal stung against your skin. You had a feeling this sort of weapon didn't take too kindly to strangers. I'm ever so sorry, but I may need your help. Forgive me. You got a hammer. Holy For a brief moment, you contemplated the consequences if you smashed the glass with the hammer. No. No, not only would that kill all the fish inside, it could cause a catastrophic flood. Not to mention, it would definitely be enough chaos to draw suspicion. I would be found out and locked away immediately. I'm certain of it. You look again towards the glass. Do it, leave. Do it, leave. Do it or fucking leave. Do it. No, I'm not going to. You protest, trying to leave. Do it. Do it. You look down at the hammer, then back up at the tank. The gem glistens in the water, reflecting beautiful light through the room. You ponder the consequences once more. Breaking the glass would cause the room to flood, and it would definitely attract attention. But then again, that could work in your favor. If you grabbed the crystal and ran far from this room, you're fairly certain you wouldn't get caught. Amongst the confusion and panic would take a man the catastrophe. The lives of the aquatic creatures, however, weighed a bit heavier on your soul. Do it! An intense instinct shot through your body like an arrow to your chest. Wait, were you doing? What were you doing, you wondered? You realized your life was on the line, and you felt vindicated under the assumption of your life was worth more than a few fish you were going to outlive regardless. Your eyes did no guarantee they'd die if the room flooded regardless. There would be water on the floor. With a loud shatter echoed through the room, the consequences followed by intense rush of water flowing down the tank. Another crashed to the glass, and another. Water spouted rapidly, soaking your feet and the hem of your dress. You saw a glimmer of light. The crystal fell through the hole in the glass, but you managed to catch it before it collided with the floor. My apologies. I'm afraid dire times require dire actions. This room served no further use to you. You're used to you. You turn on your heel and escape the flooding room. You got a crystal. You've gained the trait misguided. Go up. No. Down. No. Down. Down. To your surprise, this door didn't lead to the aquarium anymore. Was this another safety feature of the lighthouse? Regardless, you stepped through the door. Anything to keep moving forward. You attempt to get an idea of your surroundings, but the only thing you could take note of was the floor being made of wood due to the sound of the floorboards. It's your every step. Creak. You paused a moment, reaching your hands out to try and feel any further that might be around. The floorboard cried out. The only problem, you didn't make a step to cause the noise this time. Oh no! Leave, go! It's far too risky to go further into the darkness like this. I should find a source of light before proceeding. You feel no desire to open the closet again. It's better to leave the bugs inside than undisturbed. Looking at the drawers, you found an array of tools that look like they were made for vivisections, as well as various foods meant for insects and other animals. A rather large bag of fish food catches your attention. Oh, this must be for the fish in the aquarium down below. Oh, a glass case glistened in the dim light. It feels perfect and serene. A shame you have to bash in the smithereens like the glass. The glass shattered upon impact, with countless shatters decorating the floor beneath you. With careful hands, you pried the crystal out of its casing. There we go. I'm terribly sorry, but there wasn't any time to find another solution. You got a crystal. You see an array of pinned bugs displayed stacker. You feel pity for the beautiful creatures. At least their beauty would not go to waste, even in death. For a moment, you ponder how you would feel if your dead body was used as a decoration. How terrifying to have yourself tampered with in such a way that you'd become a display piece. These poor creatures. Oh, I never. I need to find something that glows. What could be? A candle gently swayed overhead, emitting a dim light around the room. You admired the aesthetic silence. A candlelight flickered, being one of the only sense of warmth and light filling the room. Seeing as your palate is keeping a light source close by you may prove useful. Do you want to take the candle with you? Yes. Clutching the candle holder tightly, you feel the slimmest sense of comfort, being able to see more of your surroundings. You got a candle. You held up the candle, which barely lit the dark room around you. There didn't appear to be much to this room at first glance. However, upon further inspection, you noticed a hatch on the floor. Just what could this lead to? A hatch door on the floor. No. This would appear to be sturdier than the rest of the floor. Now that's a decision. Now that's this shouldn't matter too much. Swinging the hatch open, you see nothing but the direction you wrote on the floor below. Inside, you find something most usual for items in drawers. A variety of old books of varying subjects. The most common among them seems to be their importance to other kingdoms. You eventually find returning to the history of region and folklore among the kingdom of Lumen. You notice a specific page bookmarked. Read. Chapter X, the Royal Family. The Luke's lineage falls from a direct line to the vine, the almighty light which guides us all. It's said that the light blessed the kingdom with their own power once long ago, and the powerful energy has passed down through the generations since then. These blessed individuals aim to rule over all men with kindness and compassion, being most well renowned for their uncanny healing abilities and other proficiency in magic. Professions proficiencies in magic. Each ruler has brought a new form of prosperity among the kingdom. And the family tree grows, so will the light surrounding the world. You look for the pages, all which seem to be descriptions of past rulers. There's with their image next to them. Whoever wrote this book seems to be the family in high regards. The amount of praise was so overwhelming that it felt like you were reading a performance piece from a bard rather than a historical recording. A criticism addressed in regards to the royal family were quickly denounced, but this offered with much vigor. Skimming through the pages, you stopped once you spotted something familiar. Yourself, you knew these books must have been new based on the fresh smell of the paper. However, you never expected it to be new enough to include your likeness. Strangely enough, the corner of your page is dog-eared in the book. Perhaps your chapter needed a visual reference of you for your kidnapping. Oh, shit. Princess Elizabeth Lux, the merciful mother of light. Princess Elizabeth shows kindness to all of our kingdom, rich or poor, young or old. Our princess has sworn to take care of everyone who steps foot into Lumi, no matter the cost. She has spent much of her life thus far dedicated to study ancient texts regarding the divine. And it's truly the most in tune with our beloved light. The power she possesses, more than any recorded in a ruler thus far. Finally, no matter the cost, you close the book. Once closed, you notice something peculiar on the back of the cover. There, you can read the number 24 in small letters. Oh, fuck me. The more shit I see. To your surprise, the door is now wide open. Elizabeth. Elizabeth. It looks like there's another room behind the closet. A hidden room. How curious. Oh crap, the more shit I see, the more I feel nervous for Elizabeth. You walk into yet another eerie room. You couldn't shake the feeling that you were being watched. You cautiously walk further into the room, looking back and forth for any sign of intelligent life. Nothing. Child of light, you've strayed far from your land. Has the darkness become your salvation? An eerie voice whispered right into your ear. As if hovering behind you, startling you. You turned around, but you were met with nothing once more. Am I going mad? I must be. No, you're perfectly sane, little firefly. You gasped, hearing the voice now, whispering directly into your ear. Unsurprisingly, nothing was to your other side. You looked around, a sense of caution, confusion, as the voice spoke to you once more. Pray tell what happens when an action of such power as yourself strays far from the source it came from. Who's there? Who's there? Come closer into the light. I want to see you. Leaving you more confused than ever, the whisperer ceases speaking. You found yourself strangely drawn towards the mirror in the middle of the room, taking cautious step after another. You hear the familiar whisper once more. Good now, I can see you better. The voice ranged in your ear, but you were now able to identify the source. The mirror was speaking to you. It must be enchanted somehow. More importantly, however, you noticed it contained one of the very same crystals you needed for the security system. One's face can tell many tales, little firefly. You're interested in my protective crystal, are you not? Yes, admittedly. Well, if I can tell the story of your past, present, and undecided future. You hear a low, almost eerie chuckle escaping the enchanted object. Tell you what. Indulge me. Let me see your story. Let me peer into your very soul. Perhaps I'll give you my crystal in return. Peer into my soul? I'll just be looking at you very, very closely. Just come pull and the crystal will be yours. What do you say? Alright, wonderful. Now where to begin? The mirror ticked and tooted to itself, leaving you to stand there awkwardly and run the well to itself on what information it wanted to know. You actually managed to get a better look at your reflection here. You're not gonna have certainly seen better days after everything you've been through. Your eyes trailed upwards, looking at your face, and then... Shit! You made a confused noise, getting closer to the mirror to look at yourself. Is something the matter, princess? You gently traced the bows in your hair, fixing them up ever so slightly better on your head. I don't remember putting these bows in my hair before bed. I haven't worn anything like these in a long time. I'm not even sure if these bows are mine. Where did they come from? Oh, is that so? If you like, princess, I could search your memory for an answer. Perhaps the information you seek is out of reach of your mind in your weakened condition. In fact, this might be a perfect place to start to understand your story better. Yes, the bows are a good place to start. The mirror spoke, not bothering to wait for your consent to search your mind. The crystal above is glowed and made a low hum as you saw the contents of the mirror change to the store. Your mind feels numb. As the hum got louder and louder, you became lightheaded and slightly dazed, but you managed to keep a steady footing on the ground beneath you. You saw a flash of your time in the lighthouse appeared before you, bit by bit, like watching your life rewind at rapid speed. The only difference is that appeared to not be from your perspective. And a strange thing to look at yourself from the viewpoint outside of your eyes. You saw yourself waking up to bows, indeed tied neatly into your hair. Just a little further back and... Wait, You started to protest until a wave of dizziness overcame you once more. It would be wise to not interrupt me while this is happening, Princess. Well, I'm connected to your reflection. And it's connected to me. Disturbing my process would be rather unpleasant. The mirror was digging up memories of your life prior to the lighthouse. Further back, the more uneasy you felt. To calm yourself. You focused your energy into maintaining your composure. Looking over to the mirror frame, you watched time move backwards silently. Those bows don't appear to be anywhere here. The mirror said, although to you, it felt obvious. The mirror had a different goal in mind than finding your bows. Suddenly, the loud movement of your past came to a halt. The mirror was replaying your memories to you. It committed your mind and made you relive the moment. Experience the same feelings, small, so the things, the same feel the world around you that you're unfamiliar with. You felt the scorching sun against your face. It was hotter than hell. That on that fateful day, the crackling sound of fire around you as you were led to the ritual grounds on them. It only made you feel the ease worse. The only thing you could rely on in this moment was your senses other than sight. The blindfold and the restraints made it hard to do much else. You hear the cheering from the crowd. Praises to your God from your royal advisors. What the hell? What the fuck? He loudly rambled to the audience of what you could only assume was your entire kingdom. You had long since given up any hope, and your advisors could tell from the way he spoke. He talked of you as if you were a savior, who'd be the one with the divine in mere moments, consumed by the light of a fire, getting closer and closer to your skin. More religious leaders from your kingdom chanted a language you spent your life dedicated to learn. Spouting holy words that would end in your demise. They said your sacrifice would save them all. You heard a scream at the first you had assumed. There was the cheering of a crowd getting more intense, but then it was followed by another. And another. A cry from your advisor to stop the ritual was heard, as the floor beneath you shook and trembled. You felt something grab you rather forcefully and drag you off the platform. You were propped on top of and ripped off your blindfold. An invasion of dark figures from the neighboring kingdom were intruding the ritual and killing off every guard in sight. You were ushered off to a falsified sense of safety. Internally, you were grateful for the ambush, even if it would only prolong your life temporarily. But you could never forget the unease you felt when you saw how many people were out in the crowd, all staring at you with a mixture of unpleasant expressions. You stumbled backwards as you feel the grip of your mind chase the feeling of judgment still lingering, like their eyes were still piercing for your soul. My apologies. I let my curiosity get the better of me. This was merely yesterday. To be sacrificed to a god with the sun directly over you, people cheering for your demise. How tragic. You had a pained expression on your face, unable to tell if the mere sympathetic tone was to mock you or not. Although I was locked away, safe inside after that, the invasion lasted longer than I'd ever heard of. I could hear the combat from inside the castle walls. It was because of the invasion I'm still here today. Strangely enough, the lightkeeper had a plan in mind for you and your kingdom. One that the ritual to sacrifice you would have ruined. I suppose when you say it that way, I should be grateful to hear. But what exactly does she have planned for me? What is to be my fate? The lightkeeper desires many things, taking your kingdom for her own is on the top list of desires. I cannot say more than that, I'm afraid. I see. No, you seem oddly calm for in your situation. Why is that? I have no choice. There is no time for rest or grief. No time for betrayal or hope. If I stop for even a moment, something horrible could happen. I need to focus on the task at hand. Something horrible could happen that is that's far out of your control, as it has, and as it will again. Well, I simply need to take things one step at a time. Ensuring my safety should be priority as of now. Would you be so kind as to let me use the crystal now? You reach your hand up near to the top of the mirror, waiting for a response. Yes, I suppose you've proven yourself worthy. Very well. Now you may take it. You smile gently and praying the beautiful gem from the frame of the mirror. You got a crystal. Thank you, Mr. Mirror. What a nice Mr. Mirror. Whoop! Oh crap. Before you stands a stone table with 3 notches. Do you want to put all the magic crystals in here? Holy shit. The crystal is reflecting iridescent light all through the dimly lit room. You watched in awe as the sparkling of magic energy came out of the crystals, connecting to each other through the beam of light. You noticed it was making a faint whirring sound that progressively got more powerful. You feel calm, serene, until you feel something grab onto your wrist. You stared up at the towering dragon, clutching you tightly onto you as the whirring of the crystals grew louder and louder. Oh shit, the lightkeeper gives a fucking woohoo! Fuck, she do be looking fine, that fucking lightkeeper. You fool, what do you think you're doing? She yelled over the sound of the crystals, yanking your arm to pull you backwards away from the mechanisms. You stumbled onto the ground. You're trying to go back? Do you have a death wish? Fine. If you won't stay here, then I'll just have to make you stay. Wait! You crashed to the floor with a thud. The lightkeeper grabbed your arm. Your arm only got tighter each passing moment. You snatched the cold mask from the lightkeeper's face, distorting her enough to weave your way from underneath her. You're completely bewildered and a tad flustered, not liking the fearsome woman you have seen minutes prior. Darcy, listen to me. The dragon of the lighthouse! She do be looking fine! You remember me? Darcy called over the sounds of the magical machines getting louder and louder. You turn around, frantically pushing the crystals down into the sockets with more force. All around you, green beams of light twisted, contorted, forming geometric patterns that shielded the surrounding lighthouse. Once the shield went up, The whirring calmed down and everything came to a standstill. You relaxed with a deep breath escaping your lips. You turned the security on. Yaka. I thought surely you were trying to escape, weren't you? Oh, you do look fine. She took a few steps closer to you, speaking in a noticeably softer voice. Why in the divine's name would I do that? Well, I did kidnap you. I certainly didn't expect you to remember me either. Oh, Darcy, how could I ever forget the dragon who made my youth less lonely? You let out a light-hearted laugh. Truth be told, you felt like you were able to properly breathe for the first time since being captured here. There had always been tales of dragon folk and princesses being at odds with each other, but for Darcy and yourself, the opposite was true. All those days sneaking off to meet you, I can never forget it, not in a million years. After you left, I never thought I'd see you properly again, especially with our divulging reputations. How could I just leave you there after hearing what those despicable people plan to do to you? Just thinking about it makes my blood boil. Well, thankfully, the magic here should protect us from outsiders for the time being. I'm sorry for chaining you up, Ellie. This lighthouse isn't exactly the safest place to be. I promise, my princess, I'll make it up to you. Nothing will ever hurt you again. You felt a familiar cold hand caress your cheeks gently. Any semblance of anger in Darcy was replaced by something much softer. Something much more loving. You had been with Darcy for a couple of months now. The lighthouse is keeping you both safe inside, although you had been making plans to attempt to go further out past the sea. Are you almost ready, my princess? Darcy called out to you, standing off to the side, a bit awkwardly, with her wings covering her face. You finished putting all your dresses, adjusting your hair accessories ever so slightly? I think so. Just one more thing, and... Okay, you can look now. The dragon turned around, her wings falling back behind her as she smiled at you. My darling, you look just as beautiful as I always remembered you. I'm glad we were able to steal that dress back for you. You felt Darcy gently pull your face closer to hers, pressing her lips against yours. That feeling's the feeling always gave you a sparkle, like an electric current shocking your entire body. The second your lips connected, only to melt away into the happiness of feelings imaginable. You smiled as you pulled away from Darcy, Truthfully, you are much too kind. I give you my thanks for retrieving so many of my things. You ducked down with a sadder smile, thinking back on everything you had to leave behind at home. All the people you loved, all the positions you cherished. It's really no problem, I assure you. One day, I'll take women back from its horrible rulers, and we will become the new ones in their stead. No more terrifying lighthouse, no more darkness, no more pain or suffering. For you or for anyone undeserving. Anything and everything you could ever want will be at your fingertips. Dragon leather, dragon leather. You look back at the lightkeeper who was holding you as if you were the most precious thing in the world. I think I already have everything I could ever want here with you. True end. Okay, so that was Lightkeeper by smilestrawbunny. As I said, if you want to see more videos like this, make sure to like, subscribe, so you won't miss another update. Thanks for watching, everyone. Goodbye.